Hello quilt artisans, my name is Shonda and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. So I'm here today with a haul video. So I will be sharing with you all of the quilty goodness that I purchased in the month of April. So let's get it started. All right. So I'm wearing this shirt, right, because this is part of my April haul. I was supposed to film this video yesterday, but I don't know. I've just been so lazy. Like I literally have not sewn, I think, since Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and today I have not sewn a single stitch. Anyway, on to the haul. So let me change the camera angle here. All right. So my first purchase came from Stitch and Tree, right? So Stitch and Tree, it's a small website. I'm not sure how they ended up on my radar, but I've checked them out. I've been at their website quite a few times. I've never purchased anything until today, well, until April. So they have these little COVID bundles here, right? Because the owner of the quilt shop designed a quilt pattern for COVID back in 2020. And the premise was that everyone could send in strips with their COVID story. And so each of these is a, there's two strips here. So there's a 1.5 inch strip and a 2 inch strip, and then someone's COVID story. So I'm going to have to go and find, let's see here. I wonder if this is, I think this is half, right? So yeah, it's half the width of a length of fabric, of a width of fabric. So it's 22 inches. It's the length of a fat quarter. And so there's two strips. There's the 1.5 and the 2 inch and someone's COVID story. So these are stapled on here. So I'm going to have to go through this bundle and remove all of these staples. So I am going to have to do that. But I counted them and there's like 40 in here. So it'd be the equivalent of 20 jelly roll strips and 20 honey bun strips. But these are with the fabric. I actually bought this bundle by accident. I was trying to buy the boutique bundle and I accidentally got the ones that were not. So I did not mean to get this. So it's probably going to end up on a giveaway. Now the price here says $70 and then marked down to $35. But for me, I paid $8.75 for these strips. But they're just not my type. They're not my style really. So I'll probably just go through and pick out the ones that kind of fit with my collection. And then I'll probably give the rest of them away. So in addition to that, I got this one. So this is the same. This was $8.75, but this has a lot more. This has, I counted 80. And it's same thing. We have the 2 inch strip, the 1.5 inch strip, and either where it came from or someone's COVID story. So again, I'll have to go through all of these. But this is basically like getting a full jelly roll and a full honey bun for $8.75. But again, I had wanted the boutiques. So I would have the bright, because this was called the Bright Boutiques Bundle. So this was the Bright Boutiques Bundle. And so I wanted the Dark Boutiques as well so that I could, you know, use them together or not. So let me get this back in the bag. So I might go back and see if I can grab the, no, I take it back. I did try to go back. No, did I? No, I don't think I did. I want to go back and see if I can get the dark boutiques is what I would like to do. So just really bright really vibrant. You can't go wrong with batik. That's why I wanted it, as opposed to this, where there are a lot of different styles. And I really don't gravitate to some of the Civil War type prints and stuff like that. I mean, there might be a collection here or there, but in general, I don't do too much of it. And they had clearanced out some 505. These were $3.25 a piece, so $6.50 for both. Normally, a large can of 505 for me. These two small cans These two small cans are the equivalent of one large can, and for me, one large can, usually I can do 2 or 3 quilts. But this was worth the price of admission for me. It would normally be like $16 or $17 for a large can of 505. So to be able to pick it up for $6.50, that was a big win. I also got this shirt, the Holy Scrap shirt. I am super, super ticked at myself for not getting a couple more. This is a really good quality shirt. The cotton is really great. It feels good. I've gotten some shirts, you know, sometimes it's a thinner cotton. Because everything was 50% off, this shirt ended up costing me, it was marked down to $3, and it ended up costing me $1.50 once I got my 50% off. And the last thing I picked up was this ruler here. So my favorite ruler is gotta be my Creative Grids 6.5 by 12.5 inch ruler. I love this ruler, especially since I use a lot of pre-cuts. Even when I'm cutting a fat quarter, a lot of times, since I fold it before I cut it, this ruler is long enough and I don't have to break out the big 24-inch ruler. But if you are cutting a 10-inch square, that 12.5-inch ruler isn't long enough. But it wasn't a big enough deal for me to go out and spend a lot of money on a ruler. Rulers are expensive. And I really kind of wanted that. Creative Grids has a 2.5-inch ruler. And so I kind of was eyeballing that ruler. I was considering buying that ruler, but I didn't need it. And I really don't find myself missing it. Or, you know, I just don't find myself very often in my quilting life being like, hey, I really wish I had that 2.5-inch ruler. It happens maybe 3 times a year. So I haven't bitten the bullet because I'm so enamored with the 6.5 by 12.5. But when I saw this Marty Michelle ruler, this is a 3 by 18. It does not have grips on it like the Creative Grids, so I'll spray some grippy on the back. But this was only $3.99, so I was like, why not? Why not? Okay. The next thing that I bought, I did a little shopping. I missed out. So Open Gate Quilts, I love Open Gate Quilts. I love their subscription box. And Monique's new fabric was Dusk to Dawn, and we got some Dusk to Dawn fabric in our subscription box. But I wanted more. I wanted more. And so they had a sew-along recently, and they had a kit for it. I did not want to do the sew-along because the quilt was entirely made up of half square triangles. And if you've been watching my channel, then you know that that's just not my jam right now. I have squared up so many half square triangles that I just don't want to do anymore. And so I didn't want to do that particular sew-along. But in one of our Open Gate subscription boxes, we got a pattern. Now, where's my little notebook? I have a little notebook that has all of my, oh, here it is. I have a little binder where I keep like the stuff that I want to make now. And in one of the prior months, we got, you can kind of see all of my quilty stuff here. We got this pattern using the fabric. This pattern is called Ebb and Flow. And to make it, you can see it's a Bargello style. And to make this quilt, you need 2 jelly rolls and 2 3/4 yards of border and binding fabric. And I really liked this. So when I went on her website and I saw that she had did a kit, I decided to go ahead and purchase it. So here's my border fabric, and here are my 2 jelly rolls. I mean, these colors are just so delicious. Now, this was $120, so I paid full price for this. Now, if you watch my channel, you know that I'm normally a bargain girl. I want discount. But there are some times when I really enjoy a fabric line and I will pay full price for it. And that's what I did here. Now, also normally I'm normally really careful with my kits. And so I did my kit math to make sure that the kit didn't have some extreme markup on it, and it does not. So I think I went to Shabby Fabrics, and I think jelly rolls are running about $45 a piece these days. So that's $90. And then fabric is about $12 a yard or more. So 90 plus 24, no, 90 plus 30. So 90 plus 30, because $12 a yard times 2.75 yards would be $30. So that's $120. So no markup here. And so I'm totally okay with it. So again, I did pay full price. I did not get a super great deal, but I really wanted this fabric line. And so I ponied up the money for it. Now, I watch Jordan Fabrics a lot, and she just did a tutorial using Cozy Quilt Designs Peaking Points pattern. And I like this, right? Again, there's not a half square triangle to be found. Okay, none. So I'm like, okay, that's already. And then we have this dimension. We have these shapes, which I love. That's one of the reasons why I like Gudrun Erla's patterns. If you see the quilt behind me, that block is traditionally pieced. It's just the way that you cut makes it look like you either paper pieced it, or you did some type of applique, or you cut it from templates. And I didn't have to do any of those things. I used a regular ruler, regular rotary cutter, and that was it. And standard piecing. So that's how this quilt goes together. If you have not seen Jordan Fabrics demo, please look at it. It's great. But again, this quilt pattern is achieved by just doing a little cut. And doing that little cut, you get to make this weird shaped block that does not require any templates or foundation piecing. So like that. Also, I picked up this pattern here. If you watch my videos, I talked about this. It's a whole kit. I did not do the kit. I found the pattern. So basically, there's a whole crochet kit that gives you all of the yarn plus really good instruction on how to do your stitches, do your crochet stitches. I started crocheting a long time ago, but I just haven't been doing it very much. I've been pretty much exclusively quilting. But I want to get back into it just a tad. I don't know how much I'm going to talk about it on my channel. It depends on how it takes and how much I enjoy it and how often I get to do it. And if it becomes something that I'm doing often, then I will talk about it. But I like the concept of this pattern because you get to learn like 30 potentially different stitches or variation of a stitch, I should say, because some of it's just a double crochet, but it might be a variation of the double crochet that makes it a little bit different. So really, really kind of cool. So I got this, and then of course, I got my yarn. My yarn is going to be coming. It should arrive on Friday. And so I went ahead and got me some stitch markers from Amazon. These were only $6. They came in this here. but they were like literally spilling out. Like they put them in here, but I mean, they could have, I would have paid an extra $1 to get a better box personally, but it's $6 on Amazon. I mean, who am I to complain? But I have these little things here. I think I got these from Michael's years ago. Super convenient because you don't have to worry about anything popping out. So I transferred mine into here. It also came with some tapestry needles. They are metal. And so this fits nicely in here. And I'm good to go. Now, of course, I did a little shopping at quiltingaday.com. It's one of my favorites. And from them, I got this book here. This is written by Stephanie Sebbing, who does the Stash In with Stephanie subscription. Now, there's 12 patterns in this book. I already have 10 of them because I am a Stash In with Stephanie subscriber, and I have been for a very long time. I think I did it for a few months, and then I stopped, and then I started back, and now it's been a year and a half maybe. So just really, really a long time. But there's 2 patterns in here that I don't have. And I wanted those patterns, specifically one of them. And that was the dot dot dash quilt pattern. And the book was $10.79. And this allows me to have some, like all of her patterns, like, you know, I have them in digital downloads. And so now I have 10 of them that are in a book form. So yeah, I just decided to pick this up. There's quite a few patterns in here that are ones that I really like. Cross and dot is one of them. So I kind of like having that in book form as opposed to just having the digital download. And another one that I like a lot is, where is it? This one, Strata. Very modern, very geometric. Also from Quilting a Day, I got this puppy here. I don't know why they tried to imprint on the side. It says soverysmooth.com. And here it says Annie's scissor holster, because that's what it is. There's a sticky piece here that you peel off. You mount it to your sewing machine. And then I like to put in mine I think this was like $10. Hold on. Yeah, it was $10. And so for me, I put my scissors in here, and then I put my stiletto and my seam ripper here. And it's been really convenient, actually, just having it right there, to not have to open a drawer and just have it right there. So I like this little puppy. We'll see how it goes. I tried it out temporarily because I knew I wanted to show this in the haul video. So I used a piece of mounting tape, like 3M mounting tape, the temporary stuff, and I just used that and put it here and stuck it on there just to kind of try it out. So that I could remove it easily to show you guys for the haul, and also so I could kind of play with where I wanted to put it. Now with Quilting a Day, a lot of times if you order like over 50 or 60 bucks, they'll give you a free gift. And that's what this was. I got this pattern here, Moondance. I'll never do this. I don't really like a lot of negative space. And it's small though. It's 27 by 38, so I guess it's a wall hanging. I'll never do that. And I got a little bit of fabric. So I absolutely fell in love with the Abandoned fabric by Tim Holtz. He came out with Abandoned 2. And I went and got some because I had used all of my Abandoned when I did the retreat, the Stripology retreat. Oops, I just knocked my camera. Sorry, guys. And I just thought that these prints were very pretty. They're very modern. But since I didn't have any more Abandoned, I wanted to get a few SKUs. So I just got what Quilts in a Day had. These were $4.79. So just shy of $10 a yard. I love this one here. There's just so much color. So when you cut it up, you get so much. Also really love this one. So pretty. This one too. I like the colorful ones. This one. And this one. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was able to get 9 SKUs. I'm happy with that. All right. I hit up fabric.com. And I also hit up Missouri Star. Let me start with Missouri Star. So I picked up this quilt. Quilt pattern. I don't know why I buy so many patterns, y'all. Like, I really don't know why. But I got this one, the Kelly quilt. This is Erica Jackman at Kitchen Table Quilting. I have a couple of her patterns. This is fat quarter friendly for the lap and half yard friendly for the twin, and then fat eighth friendly for the baby, which is probably why I got it. The twin uses third yard, so I would just use half yards and have extra piece in the back. So yeah, like this little pattern here. It looks a little bit like the chandelier quilt that Layla Boutique did, but with a variation. So I also like kind of the way that it looks. I got some other patterns. I don't know why, really. I think I just did it to get free shipping. I think I needed enough to get free shipping. So this is the blue ribbon weave. Jenny did this on her tutorial recently. I was saying like in the past couple of weeks, in the past 2 or 3 weeks, she did a tutorial on this. I liked the quilt. I liked the concept of the pattern, so I picked it up. I also got this one, Kaleidoscope. This uses 2-layer cakes. I liked this too, and I liked the idea of getting rid of 2-layer cakes. And I also got this one here. This is Carpenter Square. I did not need to buy this one. This is already in the block magazine that I already own, but I did not realize that. So I bought something that I already own. As a side note, I do think that I'm going to end my block subscription. I've just got so many of them. I've got probably 15 of them maybe. Well, it's 6 a year, right? And I've 2 years, that's 12. Plus the individual ones that I purchased as well. I just have a lot of them. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and cancel my subscription. I also, the patterns are not, lately the patterns, like in the older issues, like when you go back 4 years, in any given book, there's at least probably 4 or 5 patterns that are really ones that I want to make. But in these latest ones, don't get me wrong, it's a great magazine. It's a great magazine. And if you're going to get a quilting magazine, I highly recommend it. It's got the stories and the patterns, no ads. The paper quality is excellent. I think I just need a break. And also, I got this. Shoot. I keep forgetting the camera is up. I keep forgetting the camera's up there. So these are quilt labels, right? And so the line is Shimmer by Wild Thing. No, Wild Thing Shimmer? I don't know. Yeah, Wild Thing Shimmer. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I keep hitting the camera. But I thought these were cute, and I liked that there were lots of colors and they were vibrant. A lot of times when I find these quilt label panels, sometimes the colors are more muted. So I kind of liked that this one was more vibrant. So I picked this up. I think that I'm going to use this one here on the pink and green quilt you see behind me, because on that quilt I used this as my backing, and I think that that'll pair just fine. Also, I picked up this fat quarter bundle. So the pattern, that kitchen table quilt pattern, that was $5.98. That panel with the quilt labels was $5.41. My digital downloads, the 3 patterns that I got from Missouri Star, were $2.12. This fat quarter bundle, this is called Earth Views. This is $21.39, and there's 12 fat quarters. So I did reach my $2 max per fat quarter, or $8 per yard with this. I thought these were pretty. Let's see. Okay, well, if I take this off, it's never going back on, because the way that they do this here, if you can see that, it's like stamped. So, but I'll try to show you guys the prints. They're very, kind of reminds me of like stone, like quartz or marble. That one's hard to see. But I just really like this. I thought it would be great for like a man quilt, for a masculine quilt. A lot of these prints, they're very dark, and they don't have, there's no floral in them, or weird prints. So I thought it would be great to make a quilt for a guy, potentially. So yeah, these are just really pretty. I just saw it and picked it up. And, you know, I just like the price. This was originally $44.95. This was the daily deal for the day. So this was the daily deal. And my last piece from Missouri Star are these flannel tenant squares. Now, I have a pack of flannel tenant squares, the color wash woolies by Bonnie Sullivan, I believe. And there's a specific pattern that she designed called Scintillation that requires 1 color wash square and 1 black square. I had purchased yardage, so I bought some black flannel. But then when I saw these, and they're Henry glass, when I saw these and they were only $20.11, I decided to go ahead and get them, so that when I do make that project, I don't have to cut those squares. I can use these, and I can just use the flannel, the flannel yardage I bought. I can just use it for potentially for the backing or something like that. And that was all from Missouri Star. Last but not least, I have Fabric.com, one of my favorites. So at Fabric.com, I purchased 1 yard of this fabric. It was $5.14. It just looked so pretty. And now that I see it in person, I am kicking myself for not buying more of it. What you cannot see, there we go. Sometimes it doesn't translate well. It's like the background, there's black and there's also like gray. And then there's the depth of the flowers, these kind of green and turquoise flowers. I just thought this was so pretty. And then when it came, it was even prettier. And now I'm mad. Now I'm mad that I didn't get more. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. None. Maybe make another 3-yard quilt with 3 1-yard cuts or something like that. I don't know, but it was so pretty. Another thing that I got from fabric.com is this kit here. So this is foundation paper pieced. I do want to try foundation paper piecing at some point in my life. Violet Craft is like the queen. Now, the elephant one she did is gigantic. This is a little bit smaller, and I thought it might work better for me. Now, it's all in solids, of course. But there's 8 yards of fabric in here. I really appreciate when they tell you up front what you're getting. 8.416 yards. And it won't focus. Anyway. So, of course, I did my math. I did my kit math. Where's my phone? Now, the pattern by itself, just the pattern, is $20, if I'm not mistaken. Because you got to get the papers. See? And so here are all of your papers. So this by itself is $20. The whole kit was $59.75. So that's $59.75 minus $20 for the pattern. That's $39.75 divided by $8. Sorry, not $8. 8.416. That means that the fabric in here is coming in at $4.72 a yard. I have to put all of that back. But yeah, I really like the color palette too. Of course, your black, pink, red. I love these two. This is gorgeous too, as is this one and this one. I think this one might be my favorite in the bunch. And I mean, y'all know it. Well, y'all maybe you don't. I check fabric.com's website every single Friday. I do not miss a Friday. Even when I was on the cruise, I logged in and used the ship's internet so that I could log in, so that I could go to the website on Friday and see if they had any deals. I did notice for the first time a couple of weeks ago that the prices have finally started to go up, because there are items that I've looked at that are normally a certain price, and now that price is greater. So I am starting to see that price increase on fabric.com. So I might be buying less. I mean, I'm probably going to be buying. I mean, I feel like I bought less this month, right? Right, guys? Right? Did I buy less? I feel like I did. I've only got one more thing to show you, but I want to tell you guys a story first, because this is part of the reason why this video didn't get made yesterday, right? So hold on. Let me go back to me real quick. Right? So my daughter, my middle daughter, she's 19. And she finished her exams, and so she had to be picked up from school yesterday. Her school is really close to me. It only takes like 35 minutes to get to her school. Now, we did it in the evening because my car doesn't have any air conditioning, and I need to get that fixed. But the people out here want $1,700, which I feel is ridiculous. So I'm going to go get it fixed somewhere else where it'll be cheaper. I'm working on that. But anyway, so I went to go get her in the evening. And so I bring her home, and she's like the only one of my children that really pays any attention to my sewing, right? She likes to come into my sewing room and look at the fabric and pet it and stuff like that. So I've got this big bin, okay, big, full of jelly rolls. When I say big, I mean big. Hold on. So I've got this big bin full of jelly rolls because I need to put them up on the shelf. So she comes in and she starts petting the fabric, looking at it, talking about it. And, we're talking. And then she goes to me, she says, I need to learn how to sew. And I was like, well, she said, I have to learn how to sew. And I was like, well, you don't have to. I was like, just because this is a project of mine doesn't mean that it has to be a project of yours. That it's okay if you don't have an interest in it. I'm not offended. She's like, no, but the fabrics, they're just so pretty. And I'd like to be able to learn how to use some of them. And I'm like, okay. But just so you know, you don't get pick of the litter. You can use the ones that I don't have the deepest affinity for. You can't just pick stuff. And she goes, well, no, not now. Like after you die. I was like, so wait, you want to learn how to sew after I die? And she's like, no. I want you to teach me how to sew before you die, so that when you die, I'll know how to use your fabric. I was like, if you don't get the F out of here. I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. I really wanted to just look at her and be like, get out. Get out. Like, get out. Get out. But I didn't. I smiled and laughed, and we chatted for another 10 minutes, and then she finally got out. But anyway, my last purchase. So my last purchase, fabric.com. I got this juicy little stack right here. Let me show you guys these prints. This is all Kaffe. I do like Kaffe. I don't like everything Kaffe, but I like a lot. So let's roll out these prints. There are 14. Is it 14? No, it's 17. 17 half yards of fabric. Jeez. Oh, geez. The day I do one of these haul videos without dropping something on the floor, that's going to be the day. So this is called, I don't know how to say it, y'all. I honestly don't know how to say it. It's, Millefiore. I don't know how to say that word, guys. Millefiore. Millefiore? Or is it Millefiore or Millefiore? I don't know. It's just pretty fabric. Now, some of the browns, I'm not the fondest of the browns, but the rest of them I really like. So I was so happy to get this because let me tell you what, I had missed out on it the first time, right? I saw it. I meant to buy it. I forgot. And it's Act Fast Friday for a reason. It's either when it sells out, which can happen quickly because they usually have limited quantities when they put it on Act Fast Friday. So there's always the potential for it to sell out. And if it doesn't sell out, then there's still the potential for it to even if it doesn't sell out, there's still the potential for it to not the potential. Once Friday is over, it goes back up to full price. And that's what had happened with this. I forgot and it went up to full price, but then I went back the following Friday and they had it again. And there's still two more. These are like my favorites. There's this one here. I'm always dropping stuff. And this is the last one. Now, these 17 half yards were, how much were they? Where's my paper? $49.74 for 17 half yards of fabric. $49.74. That's why I was so mad when I missed out. Because it's like, I don't have, for that price, I don't have to like them all. Right? So this ends up being $5.85 a yard. And if I don't want to use the two brown ones, I can piece them in a back, or I can cut them up and use them for a scrappy border or whatever. I'm happy with it. I also got a new cutting mat. That actually wasn't even this month. That was last month. I've been using a Fiskars one that I grabbed some years ago, and I have an Olfa one. And so I think what I might do is, use both of them, but butt them up together so I have an extended cutting area. What else did I get? Did I get anything? I don't think I got anything else. That was it. That was it. I don't know. Yeah, no, that was it. I think I did pretty good for me. Compared to last month, compared to March, I feel like April was a bit more controlled. I don't know how May is going to be. It's Memorial Day. There's sales. And I'm already thinking about going back to Stitching Tree and getting me another Holy Scrap shirt before they're gone. But then I'm going to have to pay. I don't know if I can't get the 50% off anymore. So it's going to be, but it's still only going to be $3 without the 50% off. But it's the shipping. I got to pay $8 shipping. I don't want to do that. So we'll see what happens. All right. So that's it for me. That is my my April haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.